Imagine pulling up your driveway on a crisp Saturday morning, ready to tackle some yard work, only to find a gleaming luxury SUV parked like a barricade, and a self-righteous busybody glaring at you like you're the criminal. That's how it started for me. In our so-called idyllic suburban enclave where the HOA rules were holier than the Bible. But oh, how the tables turned when I decided enough was enough. I revved up my old John Deere tractor at 8 a.m., figuring I'd mow the back lot before the heat kicked in. That's when Gloria Hargrove, our HOA president and reigning queen of nitpicking, screeched to a halt in her pearl-white Mercedes, blocking me in like she was the gatekeeper of suburbia. She hopped out, clipboard in hand, pearls clutching her neck like a noose, and barked, Section 14C, no heavy machinery before 9 a.m. You're disturbing the peace. And frankly, that rust bucket is an eyesore in our refined community. I killed the engine and stepped down, keeping my cool. Gloria, this is agricultural gear on my own property. And you're the one blocking my driveway, illegally. I might add, she puffed up, her double chin quivering with faux authority. I'm enforcing standards for everyone's benefit. Your farming nonsense doesn't fly in a residential zone. Move it or face fines. I chuckled inwardly at her hypocrisy. Rumors had swirled for months about her fining folks for unauthorized bird feeders while ignoring her own overgrown hedges. But I played nice. Fine. But kindly move your car, she smirked. Not until you comply. Think of the children. Noise pollution is a silent killer. The neighborhood whispers had painted me as the eccentric loner, hoarding junk in my garage. Total BS spread by Gloria to keep dissenters in line. I'd bitten my tongue, documenting every petty violation she slapped on others, from banning holiday lights to measuring grass with a ruler. But this was personal. As she stood there, arms folded, I climbed back on the tractor without a word. What are you doing? She snapped. I shifted into gear, lowered the bucket, and gently nudged her Mercedes toward the roadside ditch. She froze, eyes bulging. You wouldn't dare? Oh, but I did. With a satisfying crunch, her prized ride tumbled in, upside down like a beached whale. Oops, I said flatly. Just clearing an obstruction. Gloria shrieked like a banshee, her perfectly coiffed hair now a mess. That's assault. Property damage. I'll have you evicted. Neighbors peeked from windows. Some stifling grins. I pointed to my security cams. All recorded. Gloria. You trespassed first, she fumed, dialing frantically. By afternoon, a tow truck hauled her wreck away while the cul-de-sac watched like it was primetime entertainment. This isn't over, she hissed as she stormed off. The board will bury you. I just waved, already pulling HOA records I'd quietly archived, suspicious reimbursements, off-book votes. Her community fund looked more like a personal piggy bank. That evening, a code enforcer showed up, looking like a deer in headlights. Complained about noise and vandalism. I invited him in, played the footage. His jaw dropped. Ma'am's car was the violation here. You're clear, handing him a copy. I added, check her expense reports too, might find some creative accounting. He nodded, wide-eyed. Across the street, Gloria paced her lawn, ranting into her phone to spineless board members Edna and Phil. He's a menace. We must protect our values. But cracks showed, Phil muttered. Gloria, this is getting ridiculous. I sipped my coffee. Plotting. Months of her gaslighting the neighborhood, calling old Mrs. Jenkins a hoarder for her flower pots. Finding the Ramirez family for exotic barbecue smells were about to bite back. The next day, I filed complaints with the state HOA oversight, attaching evidence of her funneling dues to a consulting firm owned by her nephew. Administrative fees, she called them, code for lake house payments. Gloria doubled down, calling an emergency meeting to slap me with emotional distress fines. We're a civilized community, she preached to the board. Not a farmyard, but when I crashed it virtually, flashing proof of her embezzlement. Her face turned beet red. Lies. I'm dedicated to order. Phil jumped ship. Actually, these receipts don't add up. Edna slinked away, pretending her cat needed feeding. The audit hit like a thunderclap. Investigators uncovered $80,000 siphoned through fake invoices for landscaping that never happened, straight to her family's pockets. Gloria's surveillance logs on residents surfaced too, notes on suspicious garage sales, unapproved dog breeds. The state yanked her presidency, slapped felony charges, fraud, intimidation. Deputies raided her home, carting out laptops while she wailed. This is harassment. Neighbors cheered quietly. I got nominated to interim president, turning the HOA into a transparent co-op with term limits and open books. No more clipboard tyrants, just folks fixing real issues like potholes, not Nome Heights. But here's the kicker. Was flipping her car vigilante justice or just karma's nudge? You tell me, was I the villain for fighting back? Or was she the real threat to community?